Island. President Trump has been saying Havana's communist government is on its, quote, last legs. Tensions remain elsewhere in the Caribbean after the U.S. capture and arrest of Venezuelan dictator Nicolas Maduro earlier this year. A House subcommittee is set to hold a hearing on the legal basis for action against the country's drug traffickers. New Jersey Republican Congressman Jeff Van Drew will chair that hearing on Wednesday. He joins me now. Congressman, thank you so much for being here. Let's start off with what we're seeing in the Caribbean and in and around Latin America. We are still going after drug smuggling boats and drug traffickers. Can you tell people as to why this mission is still important to the United States and whether or not it should continue?
The mission's important because we love our children. The mission's important because we love Americans. Drugs are being pushed into this country for profit and to hurt and destroy our nation. And it is so important that somebody like Nicolas Maduro, who was indicted in the United States of America, who's a narco-terrorist, who, wished all kinds of harm on our people, and most of all, our babies, our children. They're forcing our kids, they're forcing these drugs on them. We have to stop the flow. I don't love involvement military anywhere if it's not necessary. And I certainly don't want boots on the ground anywhere. But the fact that we're able to stop these drug boats that are coming in, they're not fishing vessels, they're drug vessels, that we can stop this narco-terrorism, and it's relatively easily to do, and they're doing it efficiently, they're doing it accurately, and we're taking these drug lords down, and we should be, for the sake of our kids, for the sake of our country. So I very much support it. There are those who say, well, is that really constitutional, and what are we doing with their rights? Let me tell you, people who are coming in from other countries, Venezuela, for example, and pushing these drugs on our families and doing the harm and the hurt that they are and literally killing our kids, as I've said a number of times now, those people, there's a different system of justice for them, and they should be stopped. They should be rooted out. They should be destroyed. And there's a difference in our country already because of it. The use of drugs and the flow of drugs is down.
Congressman, we know that there have been at least 45 strikes, some 46 vessels that have been taken out by the U.S. Southcom, including one in the Eastern Pacific Ocean recently on March 8th. 6 were killed in that attack. I want to talk about the legal basis now. You are chair of the House Judiciary Panel. There's going to be a debate on the Capitol here on the legal basis for going after Nicolas Maduro during that incredible military action that took him out of power. Now, the administration has said and justified taking Nicolas Maduro, who now sits in a federal prison in New York City, as a law enforcement action. They said they didn't need the War Powers Resolution and congressional approval. You're going to have a lot of Democrats who are going to be questioning you and pushing as to why not. Why wouldn't the President of the United States need to consult Congress to go after the leader of Venezuela? And what's your response going to be to them?
My response is going to be that he's the commander-in-chief. He has Article 2 power. This is different than going to war. And I understand the concerns when you go to war. Congress does need and should be part of those discussions and approvals. This is Article 2 power. This individual was indicted already, Maduro, in the United States of America. So therefore, the president does have the power to do this. And that's what we're going to hear. We're going to flesh out. And I want to hear the folks on the left, on the other side of the aisle, talk about how they're defending Nicolas Maduro, how they want to help him, how we don't have the power to do anything. They said we didn't have the power to close our borders. We were able to do it in a matter of days. They say we don't have the power to do anything about drugs, but other than trying to treat young people and others when they're sick already and are addicted to them. Yeah, we do have the power. We can stop them coming into our country, and that Article 2 power is held by the president. We should support him in this, whether you're a Republican or Democrat. For God's sake, let's help our families in this country.
Republican Congressman Jeff Van Drew from the great state of New Jersey, thank you.
Thank you. Good to be with you. Thank you.
Of course. Next, we